Let's see how a gauge goes through in a manufacturing environment throughout its life cycle. A gauge starts its journey when some process needs to measure some specific parameters. How gauges enter into the manufacturing first? Your R&D process determines, and then your process in turn determines the parameters, and the parameters in turn determines what you need to measure, and the gauges that would be helping you to measure that specific parameters, and then the gauge gets purchased, gauge enters into the factory. From here, it is taken over to the QC team, the quality team. The quality team receives the gauges and makes note of the various labels that comes along with the instrument. Usually the labels contains the next due date. It is written down either in a paper-based or in a spreadsheet or some bespoke software that records some tracks of all these systems. And from here, your manufacturing engineering or the tools engineering team will take over for further integration in the machines. Once the quality team finishes this, the manufacturing engineer will take the gauges to the machines where they install the gauges inside the machines, build the machines, and start the verification processes like capability measurement, how the measures against the need, the production need. Once they are all proven, it is taken to the production floor where the real long run journey starts. Once the machine is built, it's moved to the production and manufacturing starts. The manufacturing goes on and on, production goes on and on, and there comes a time either the time has elapsed for the calibration and you are due for calibration to do the verification and calibration process, or in some cases it gets deviated in specific parameters during the production and you want to look at why that happens, and typically the case you need to look at the calibration of the specific instruments. After then you take it for the verification or calibration process. Your gauges goes to the internal team, internal calibration team, or your external team like the vendors who calibrates that specific instruments. They might usually have their own trackers to track how the calibration has happened to that specific instrument. They start the verification of the gauges as a first step. Once the verification looks fine, if it is all within the limit, gives the data as expected within the limits, found no deviation, and it's good for going back to the production. You get a certificate to go back for the production. If deviation from the expected to what it really gives, then it can go either to a recalibration process where there is some adjustments happen on the instruments that sets the measurement back to its original state. Then it gets a good certificate now to go back. In some cases, measurement device comes to an end of life, it returns dead. It is not able to readjust. Even if trying to readjust for some time, it doesn't get set, then it has to end of life, and there it goes to the end of life and rest in peace.